guys. This is actually not going to be so much of a tarot reading as an energy reading on Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly going forward, okay? But that's not a great card to pick for this one because I just have the Nine of Swords, which means anxiety. I did a few updates on their connection on video and also by myself recently, and the marriage card came up. And the marriage card came up in my last reading, but I assumed it was the ex, the marriage she had to her ex. So maybe that was actually trying to tell me they were going to get married. And it has come up again the last week whenever I pull cards, then the marriage card. Overall, though, I have had lots of questions from you, okay? So I'm going to respond to all the questions I've had about the connection right now. Overall, I still feel his energy. I feel it is a twin flame energy, first of all. It's definitely a twin flame energy. Twin flame energies are not a walk in the park. It's not like a soulmate, married for life, kids, family, all that kind of thing. It's literally half your soul, and they are here to teach you the hardest lessons. They're here to teach you the hardest lessons, and that's why they're all consuming, very passionate. It's like you can't live with them, you can't live without them. They're very difficult, and it's usually only very much later on in life when you're really settled in your life. I mean later, I mean late, more elderly, more, a lot older, put it this way, than what they are now, that you can really have any chance of making this survive. I've been doing so many twin flame readings recently, and some of these people I've been reading for like maybe say 3-4 years now, and it's still the same issues. It's still on, off, hot, cold. Now with these, I do have the marriage card come up once or twice this week, and I do feel it's going to go ahead. But in the long term, I hear Megan is trying to keep up with the cool kids. So she's trying to be relevant, right? For me, she's relevant anyway. It's Megan Fox, for God's sake. But you know what I mean. She's trying to be relevant. She's trying to keep up with a fast pace of life. Now, once the marriage kicks in, that will not work in the long term. She really wants to be an earth mother. She wants kids of him. She wants to have that kind of safe haven where it's almost like a commune. Now, this is so weird, but I kept hearing the word commune, spiritual retreat. I even feel they may be investing in some communes as well. I don't mean they're going to invest in a yoga studio. I mean proper retreats for spiritual crystal, very not your typical mindfulness retreat, put it that way. And I know he proposed at a retreat right now in, I think it's Puerto Rico, but they are going to be interested in doing that. And that's the kind of life they want for themselves. They joke about having a commune, having a happy family, all their friends, almost like a bit like, Kim Kardashian has this kind of campus where she has all these houses and everyone lives close by. It's almost joking about that, about everyone being close together, her kids, his kids. I just hear it's an idealistic view of how it's actually going to go down. And the things that are really going to change is right now he sees her as being really experimental, cool, trendy, up for absolutely anything. But in the long term, she's not going to be able to keep up this facade at the moment. How she's acting, she won't be able to keep that up. It's not going to work. He's going to be going off on tour, and I hear empty nest, which means this home commune she creates, this perfect peaceful environment for them as a couple to retreat from the whole world. I hear empty nest. He's not going to be in it a lot, and she's going to be tied to work commitments, I feel, in LA as well. So this is where I hear shit's going to go down. Because the more and more he's away, it's almost like they're going to have a divide there, because he is who he's always been. He's very free-spirited. He is a party boy. He is surrounded by temptations and addictions as well, okay? And at the moment, she's gone along with that. She's followed him with this. She's followed him around, and she's gone along with this. But once the marriage kicks in, it's going to be like a blissful period of marriage and everything like that. But it's really going to kick in when he is away from home a lot more. And he still wants her. It's going to be those kind of lines where we used to be really cool with this, and you used to join in, and you used to be fun. I'm hearing you used to be so fun. Why have you got so serious all of a sudden? It's because she wants to put roots down and really settle with him, whereas his energy's not ready to settle. He wants the Megan Fox he has now, not the version he's going to get in the future. And it's almost like she's put on this show, not when it comes to her emotions or love. She generally loves him very deeply, but it's almost like she puts on this show about she can keep up with him. I just heard she can keep up with him. She's trying to keep a show on that she can keep up with him. But in the future, it's like she doesn't want to keep up with him. She wants to create a place for them. She wants more of him to herself, I hear as well. She wants more of him and her alone time, just them. Because when it is just them, away from social media, touring, jobs, everything, they're literally amazing together, and he's deeper and more spiritual and opens up to her. But the moment he resumes the touring and things like that in the future, that's when it's going to go downhill, because that's when the temptation comes in. So it's almost like once he has these retreats with her and they're married and they're together in this beautiful environment, to begin with, it's going to be fine. But as the time goes on, after a year, I'd say, it's going to kick in. It's going to kick in. She will want him to come back. He will actually really like the freedom he has on tour when she's not around. She won't always be invited on tour with him. He's going to want to have that time away in his freedom. He can't keep up that peaceful existence forever in this idea of our little commune, our little safe haven. It's just me and you against the world. We're going to hibernate. We're going to just be together. Cocoon. She wants a cocoon for them. He has not got that energy to be cocooned. He has not. So once she comes down to the earth mother role and wanting a child and wanting to settle, even though I feel he'd be up for having a child, it's almost like his energy is still very flighty and very hard to tie down, and he wants to do what he wants to do. And I feel that's when the challenges are going to come in, because the version he's got of her now is not the version he's going to get in the next year or so. It's going to change, and that's when the issues are going to kick in. Whereas Travis and Courtney, Travis is older. It's almost like he's already done that. He's been there, done that, okay? Whereas Machine Gun Kelly, he's still in the midst of it. He hasn't developed enough spiritually to be in that place where she wants him to be. She wants an equal. Right now, it seems like he's an equal, but in the future, I just don't see that. I don't see that. And that's my energy update. And every card I pulled, guys, this week was literally that kind of happy, loved up marriage state, and then everything falling apart, him going on tour, addictions, temptations around him, his energy moving away from her. And I've done it 2 or 3 times because I thought, well, you can always be wrong. My God, I would never say I'm accurate. No, I don't know anyone that's 100% accurate. If they are, please tell me. I'd love to call them. But I thought, this is the 3rd reading now where the energy is just against them, and I don't want it to be like that. But overall, I'm not going to lie, guys, every card I pulled this week hasn't been the best for them. And overall, with your questions, I thought, just go intuition without the cards, get rid of the cards, see how you feel with this. And everything is saying that's when it's going to really, the shit's going to hit the fan, basically. It's when he goes on tour and he's not going to get the Megan Fox he's got now, the crazy, fun, spiritual, up for anything. She's not going to stay like that forever. She doesn't want to act like that forever, that's why. And he's not in that stage yet where he wants to give it up. So overall, guys, that is my reading today. Yes, I did have marriage cards. This is the 3rd one I've done where everything, the energy has been against them. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong on this. I hope it all goes to plan in the next couple of years for them. They do have a family and they work through their issues, and he settles more. Obviously, why would you not want that for anybody? Happiness, you know? Right, I'm off. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. My gut instinct, intuitively, I still get that vibe that long term they're not going to gel, and that's it.